Merry Christmas, and what's going on? I today am back at the Moosic Mountain Preserve, Eales Preserve. Just doing a real quick hike, but I wanted to talk about something I got coming up because I'm not sure if I'm going to have that video ready before next Friday. So we'll talk about that. This might look kind of familiar. This is Gene's trail, the trail I did last time. I'm going to head up the power line trail here and do what's called the Bruised Ego Trail. It's looking at the map, it's the one trail down on this section I haven't done yet. So this will take me up the top of the mountain, and then I might either come back down that trail, just turn around, it's not really a loop, or just come down the power line trail to bring me back out to this. This is the Bruised Ego Trail. Oh, that doesn't sound good, does it? Oh, and it's not orange, it's purple. So I'm gonna be following Purple Blaze for this hike. And man, it looks like it's gonna snow. It looks like there's weather coming, but it's supposed to be blue skies and sunny right now. Weather in Pennsylvania, you never know. All right, I'm glad I put these on. So I already got my micro spikes on. I put them on in the parking lot because there's a sheet of ice there, and you can see there's ice on this. It's about 30 degrees, and I don't think it's going to get much warmer. So spikes, good call, because I wouldn't have made it this far up the trail. I would have fallen right on my face right there. All right, so I'm not sure what this trail is gonna hold. It kind of goes between the power lines and a couple of main roads, so I don't expect it to be real peaceful. And you can hear cars right down here. I mean, if you look through the trees, I mean, the Jeep is right there, So it's not gonna be a real secluded hike. It's gorgeous out. Look at this. So as I'm hiking through here, only a couple minutes down the trail, I get this section here. It's a good segue spot, actually. This looks very reminiscent of sections of the Pinchot Trail, which I'm doing in a couple days. And I think, wait, you've been to Pinchot State Forest. Like, you live there, pretty much, right? I mean, I've actually been recognized in the Pinchot State Forest just because I was in the Pinchot State Forest. I've done like probably 80% of the trail. They've done some reroutes I haven't been on. I've done the North Loop, I've done the South Loop in like big sections, but when you do it, kind of segment it like that, especially where I usually park, you don't do the whole trail. So yeah, I've never done the north and south sections together as a continuous loop. It's approximately 20 miles. I don't really know. We got rabbit tracks. Or no, you know what? Those are squirrel tracks. Those aren't rabbit. Sorry. False alarm. Squirrel tracks. So yeah, with the reroute, they haven't posted an official mileage of the trail. From what I can tell, just using Google Maps, it's about 20 miles. So my plan is to continue the tradition that I kind of started about 2 years ago. Very easily sidetracked. I don't know what that was. It was something. It was an animal of some kind. So yeah, continue my tradition I started 3 years ago of doing a backpacking trip Christmas Eve and Christmas. So since that falls on Tuesday and Wednesday, depending on what time I get home on Wednesday on Christmas, and since it's Christmas, I don't know if I'll get a chance to edit the video really and get it up by Friday, since I have to go back to work on Thursday. So yeah, I'm gonna go out early. Well, I got a couple different ideas. Depending on if I gotta work overtime on Monday, I might just head straight out to the forest after work at like 11 o'clock. Set up, maybe go down to Forgotten Camp, or just park at the trailhead and hike up to the first campsite I see and just set up, and then get up early and hit the trail, or just drive out early Christmas Eve morning. But my plan is to do the loop clockwise. I think a lot of people do it counterclockwise, which from the trailhead has you complete the north loop first. And I would wind up in about the same spot with the amount of miles I want to do, whether I'm going north or south. But I know I've done more the north loop than the south loop this time of year, I guess. Well, maybe not. But I know how long it takes to do the north loop, because the conditions don't really change up there. It might get a little swampy, but not bad. The south loop could be like this, or it could be a lake. You really don't know what you're gonna get. So I figured I'd do the south loop first and just get through as much of that as I can, and hopefully get all the way back up around, do the entire south loop, and right before I cross back over to north loop, I know there's at least one spot I can go to that's kind of close to the forest road, but it's going to be Christmas Eve. I don't think there'll be many people out. Kind of close to that forest road, but right before that there's a swamp or a creek or something down there that just, a lot of it just recently became part of the forest, and that's why they rerouted down there, or they just finally decided to get it off the road. Because this is what those reroutes did. They eliminated a bulk of the road hike. So if you've thought about doing a pin show and you've seen any of the old maps, and I'll put a comparison up with the old map. This is the old map. And this is the new map. And you can see that a lot of these reroutes just eliminated road hike. Unfortunately, the one part of road hike they haven't been able to eliminate yet is the actual road hike that joins like the north and south section at the trailhead. You got to cross that main road on either section, either part where the two trails meet. But that main part, it's still like a legitimate main road, like this road out here kind of hike. So that kind of sucks. But that, I'll get that out of the way first, the way I want to go, and then work my way around. And then Christmas Day, I can just kind of relax and take my time. Not have to worry too much about any kind of craziness. That sun's starting to peek through. This is nice up here. A lot of road noise though. Got our first cairn. So that's the plan. I don't know if I'll do the Monday night camp or not. If I do, I haven't decided if I'll just pack a second bag just for that, so that way I can keep my my main backpacking gear intact. Just leave it in the Jeep, and then hike out, swap bags, and start the hike proper. Haven't decided yet. I guess it'll depend on how tired I am and what time I work to. So that is the plan for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So I'm excited. I've been saying I want to do the Pinchot Pinchot Trail, the entire system, all year. Once I knew I was going out to do the old Loggers Path as a complete loop, and then I did it twice this year. I was like, I should complete the loop that's closest to my house at some point. All right, well. All right, there's the place. There's the place. I think that's the power line again. I notice it just runs up along it. So that must be a bailout to the power line. We'll continue on Bruised Ego. So far, I'm not sure why they call it Bruised Ego. I'm not kicking my butt yet. Huh. I don't know if it's going to come out. Let's see if we can get closer. So I don't know if that's from insects or from woodpeckers, but this tree is riddled with these holes. It's only in this one section. That's crazy. So, yeah, I said this isn't real secluded, this trail, and it's not far from the road. I don't know if you'll be able to see it behind me. There's a there's a road sign. Hey, right there. Yeah, like I don't know, 30 feet from the pretty main road. I'm surprised nobody's gone by in the past couple seconds. Yeah, here we go. So this is how close we are. Oh well. They can't all be out in the middle of nowhere. Getting up into like the pine, or not the pine barren, the heath barren area of the preserve, and it's starting to change and look like that. But a few times here in a trail I've seen where people kind of slipped, and that's why I'm always in the winter bring my micro spikes. But somebody did not have a good day here. That's a big whoops. Looks like they're all right. They carried on, but yeah, I would not be walking on these rocks without micro spikes, that's for sure. They're loud, but they get the job done, that's for sure. So you can see we're starting to get more into scrub. There's not a whole lot of foresty sections of Moosic Mountain Preserve. Down over this ridge, you can kind of see the trees kind of stay the same height, even though the ground's dropping off. Now we get up into this, which is more that scrub, kind of like the Blueberry Trail. Like that section out. Ooh, that section out there. I've warmed up. It doesn't feel like the air temperature has at all. It feels like it's still about 30. The snow hasn't changed, so I don't think it's reached freezing yet. It's nice. It is a nice trail. So the Bruised Ego Trail pops out right down there by that little pine, like right there. Pops out, crosses the little stream crossing here. That may look familiar. I mean, it's a lot snowier now, but that's the conglomerate loop. That takes me back over towards like the View and the After 5 trail that I was on a few weeks ago. And then once you cross the creek, the Bruised Ego Trail cuts back into the woods. Definitely glad I'm wearing the spikes though, because that crossing there by the stream, like, wasn't icy, but under the snow is just an ice pack. Seen quite a bit of evidence of people going down, or at least slipping, maybe not falling completely, but losing their footing. And we head into a little pitch pine forest. Now this is cool. Top. The Bruised Ego Trail is only like 1.2 miles. There's it is right there. And we just came up that right here, that purple trail. So I'm trying to decide, do I want to just go up here and back down? Or do I want to go up the Blueberry Trail a little ways? And then want to get up to that crossing, decide if I want to continue on and back down, Stonehenge, back across. It is 2 o'clock, 2:15, something like that. I'll head up the Blueberry Trail to at least that first junction, then maybe I'll just head all the way down. I think that's what I'll do. So yeah, if you're coming in from the top, obviously the parking lot's there. The kiosk is there. Right there is the Bruised Ego Trail. And that's what I followed up. So if you can see this other yellow marker right in here, that's the Blueberry Trail. Done that a few times, but I've never done it in the snow. So at least I'll do that first section where it runs into the power line or the access road. I guess it's an access road, not a power line. And then maybe just head straight down. It adds a little bit. Adds a little bit of distance to the hike. And it's really nice out. And I gotta work tomorrow, so I'm gonna stay out for a little bit longer. Alright, so Blueberry Trail. I've never gone in the Blueberry Trail this way. I've always hiked all the way down to the actual power line trail, all the way down at the other end, then come up along that. So this will be kind of a different experience, I guess. And most of these trails have the yellow markers that tell you, which way you're going and what you can do. Some of them actually have the no ATV sign on there, but I don't think ATVs are allowed in here anymore. When I was over on I did Jeans Trail, I came across that really rocky trail towards the end of Jeans Trail, and I think I call it like the Angel Guard Trail. It was kind of hard to read on the map. Actually, on the map on the phone. When I got home, looked at it, it's actually called the Angel Quad Trail. So I know at least at one point quads were allowed up here, but I don't think they are anymore. actually see the spring is still bubbling up, even though everything's frozen. Alright, so I just came off the Blueberry Trail, which this is the access road, runs right into it there. That was absolutely a sheet of ice. It was just, I could have ice skated that. If I didn't have spikes on, I would have slid. I just passed a couple going up. I thought I heard the guy say he slid when he was down here. And I just heard him up there. I didn't fall. So I just warned him. I might want to take the sides up, but this is where I'm headed. This is going to take me straight back down to the car. This time I'm sure of that. You can see the sun's coming out in the valley, and the GoPro's about ready to die. So, ooh, just powdery snow there for a second. Next up for me is the Pinchot Trail. So keep an eye out for that. That'll probably be next Friday's video. Not sure if I'll do that as a 1-part or 2-part. I guess it depends on how much I film and what all I see. But hope you have had a Merry Christmas and you have a safe New Year. As always, go outside and do something. Doesn't matter, you know, you got the right gear. You can hike in ice and snow and you'll be okay. Just be safe, have fun. See you in 2019. No, it is 2019. See you in 2020. See you in the next.